Welcome to Keprik's Talk Show. Hello, welcome to Keprik's Talk Show. In this show, we connect with visionaries who shape the future of education. I am Shankara, founder of Keprik's Learning Lab, and for this talk show, we have Dr. R. Kishore Kumar, the chairman of St. John's Rajkumar Education and Research Trust. Welcome to the show, sir. Sir, let's get started with the first segment. Okay? So the first segment is more about, we call it as the big elephant in the room, which is the set of problems or concerns which are much obvious to everyone, but deliberately it is not discussed just because it is either controversial or uncomfortable to people in the nature. Okay, so those were the questions that I wanted to pick first and get your experience and learnings from us. Okay,
a small school can work with 100 children, 50 children.
Okay,
But if you cater to those children closely, this 50 can become 100, 100 can become 200, one day the school. And it depends on a very important factor, leadership with a vision.
Okay,
If you do not have a leadership,
okay,
a teacher can be leader, a parent can be leader, a headmaster can be leader, the chairman can be leader. But if there is a leadership, any small sapling can grow into wonderful banyan tree is my conception.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. It's a good takeaway. Okay, sir. So this is much, or like say, where the topic that I was discussing, okay, where we have heard about like many suburban schools, okay, are struggling to compete with like say well-funded or like say well-infrastructured schools, okay,
Right.
or like there can be a corporate school nearby, or there can be like people who are like much well-funded background of schools, okay. So for these set of schools, like say, what is your advice that they don't struggle financially, or what is the key items or like say activities that they need to ensure that they can survive among all the corporates or among the big competitors in the school segment?
Okay. First of all, do not have the complex that, I am competing with a big school or there's a corporate guy.
The
in front
mindset.
of me. The mindset is more important.
Okay.
Don't have that complex at all. First of all, what is the purpose? In this village I've come. What is the purpose? What is lacking in this village?
Okay.
It is more rowdyism or more ignorance or more illiteracy. That is what you have to address.
Address it.
And if that is your core value that you're going to address, then everything falls into place. Then even the giant will look into it, something happening in the school, man. People are getting attracted towards the school. That is the mileage we have to think. No.
Okay.
So there's nothing like because the clientele of that locality is more important than the clientele where you are dreaming of.
Okay.
Your challenges, this particular client who can't speak in English or who do not speak a better Tamil, who do not understand the grammatical aspect, ilakkanam theriyama padikiranga. You attend to the small molecular details that will build up a good society.
Okay.
Making a good society is a function of a school.
Oh, wow.
See, when I have a residential school, I have to think of global society. When I headed a residential school as a senior principal, I had children from 21 countries.
Okay.
So my agenda was different. When I had addressed a CBSE school, where I understand my clientele.
Okay.
See, the clientele will be a stretch of a middle class to upper middle class to the elite.
Right.
What are the percentage?
Exactly.
I will not consider the children like that, but the society is like that. Now, I have to address the society. What expectation they come. Now, in a village, the township, the expectation is different. See, those days, if you make a one little child to speak in English, the father is so happy. Appa, en paiyan English pesitan.
Okay. Yeah.
So, each agenda is different. No? According to the need of the agenda, to the people, the society, you have to put the preparation mind roadmap and do that. In 3 years, you can achieve whatever you want.
Wow, nice. Okay.
You can become a small school in midst of a big giants. You can be the winner.
Okay.
In city, we are looked upon like a supermarket. Parent throws away the money and wants to buy education. We don't want to sell education. We wanted to serve education.
So education.
That is the difference.
Nice.
My message to those people are, you are very fortunate. Do it quietly in a village. Let the world come and look at you.
Wow, nice. That's a nice one. So this is much among about where you said about soul of the school is based on like more inspiring teachers and students. Okay. Now in cities or metro cities or like even tier 1 cities, we have seen or like say where we have observed this, schools are like or put in a pressure or like say or in a need to hire teachers with higher salaries just to ensure that they get well educated or like say well experienced teachers. That is in one hand, but on the other hand, there is always a attrition
happening among the teachers in the schools? Like they try to like strive in the middle of the year, or there is always some attrition happening around it. Okay. So where schools are put in a pressure, or like say in a situation to have well-educated and well-experienced teachers, but on the same time, when they get accomplished, or like say they used to the culture of the school, or they get enrooted or like rooted to the vision of the school, there is attrition always happening around. Okay. So as in with your experience, like what schools has to do to avoid or like say minimize this or like attrition in the schools?
Which profession or which category of companies or which firm, which organization, this is not happening.
Yeah, it is always happening.
It is always happening. And today we are talking in terms of context of school.
Correct.
Yes. Now I have a very different answer for this. Those years we struggled, but we had a peace of mind. We struggled together because the teachers were with the organization.
Exactly.
With the management.
10 years, 20 years.
30, 40 years back. No, they were called teachers. And because they came only to be a teacher. They never took it as a evening business or a side business or like a hobby. They said, yes, I'm a teacher. Those days, teachers have more respect.
Well respected.
So they said, I'm a teacher, so I'm a part of this organization. Today, it is not so. It may be positive, it may be negative, the way we take it. For example, the time the government announced that BE candidate can also become a teacher. It was a revolution. It's a big revolution. But it came also with another package of trouble.
Okay.
Their attitudes were different. Their expectations were different. Their pay scale was different. They were into the IT before marriage.
Okay.
They wanted to come out of the IT because of compulsion after marriage.
Okay.
But they need to have the same salary. They need to work. That
expectation is higher.
Then we have to tailor-make that mentality to become a teacher. For example, once I made a mistake. MSc chemistry wala came to me from IIT, gold medalist.
Okay.
I had a different idea. I thought, I've got a gold medalist. I'm going to get a better teacher. And we entered the class, he was not a teacher at all.
Okay.
See, a gold medalist has a nice way of learning for himself. But a teacher has to be different. Now, why I'm telling this point here, to be a teacher is more important than whether you are an engineer, whether you are a doctor, whether you are a corporate guy, whether you are an accountant. When you come into the shoe of a teacher has to be a teacher. The most important thing about teacher is the attitude of the teacher. Willingness to embrace the children. Willingness to go for a service. When you do not have a service mentality, then you have no role. Whoever it is, whether you are so, that is very important to be a school. When management can play that role very critically, understandingly, working together. See, they want respect. They want honor. They want that. They want time management. They want something to be respected. If you give this, salary comes second. And my teachers are not used for any other purpose. Librarian in school is not used as a librarian. He is used for going to the DP office, going to the regional office, and as a clerical staff. No.
Okay.
In many of the schools, English teachers are becoming the secretary to the principals, drafting circulars.
Don't do notes. Okay.
Don't do. You have somebody else. Give all the respect to the teacher. There is nothing called teachers not willing to continue, teachers going out for a better salary. No, they require a better environment. They also need a good salary.
Right.
And if there is a teacher who wants to go for 5,000 rupees salary, better salary, don't have such a teacher because they are not with you for a long run.
Okay.
Long run is more important than a short
run. Okay.
That's what is my idea of
nice
engaging
answer.
a teacher.
Excellent. Good. Okay. Along with that, as a follow-up question. Okay. So when we talked about teachers or like say onboarding teachers instead of hiring teachers, okay, where there or like say what are the aspects that a school management should look at or identifying key talents as a teacher? Like say for example, teachers are not going to be there only from a student perspective. They're going to be the second line leaders in the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
So how do they identify or like what they should look at? Teachers in these days, in this modern environment. So what the school should look at or like the management should look at when they are onboarding new teachers?
See, they use the word role of teachers. We never use the work of teacher.
Okay.
The responsibility of the teacher is what we call the role of teachers.
Okay.
It is multitasking. And how many multitasking teacher I have in my list is what makes me a school a better school.
Okay.
See, there are only few teachers I can nominate them as a class teacher. What I mean, I need the leadership, that compassion, that empathy, looking into 40 children of my class.
Okay.
I may have 7 sections, but I have to see whether this teacher can be nominated as a class.
Class
See, there
teacher.
are certain attributes of a class teacher. There are some teachers like called the subject teachers. Subject teachers have been expert in the subject. Without the
SMEs
expertise,
basically.
no, we can't engage them. This is not alone required. No, the teacher should be able to speak well, communicate well. This is very important for teacher. In the recruitment process, this becomes very important.
Okay.
Language, pronunciation, diction, body language, attitude, smiling nature, the charisma of the teacher, all becomes a component of a good teacher.
Good teacher.
That's all.
Nice. Okay. It's a good one, sir. Okay.